So, Volume 8, Chapter 6, titled Midnight. What did I think of the episode? Wow, that was a very interesting look back on Cinder's past. And even though it was a bit on, again, that info dumpy kind of style that I don't particularly appreciate, I actually thought that this one actually worked very, very well. The whole time that I was seeing this all play out with Cinder being the Cinderella character who's being taken into a home where she's being treated, well, not a home specifically, but it seems like a hotel of sorts, where she's being treated as slave labor and she's being looked down on. The whole shock necklace thing really, really cemented that whole vibe for me. It was a dark and twisted version of the Cinderella story, whereas on the one hand, we've got Cinderella, who is taken in to be sort of like family. Here, Cinder is just outright, slave labor. That's just how it is. We've taken you from one place. You've been I think she's been sold or something. I don't know. And she was 10 years old as well. I don't remember if in the original Cinderella story she was taken in around the same age, but if I remember correctly, in Cinderella, her actual family died, and her father remarried, and then he died, so he was left with her evil stepmother. Anyway, there are so many versions of Cinderella, I can't even. Yeah. And also the other twisted part about it is that instead of a Prince Charming, and instead of someone to kind of live a happy ever after with, we get a huntsman who is not exactly a Prince Charming himself. He's actually not that handsome, I guess, which I imagine is probably what they wanted to get with here. They wanted to completely go in a different direction with the Cinderella story, and he seems to be a nice guy, but at the same time you're kind of feeling like I'm kind of thinking this whole time that he's probably not that nice. I mean, he wants to do the right thing, he wants to help her become a huntress, but also I kind of had this feeling that he would feel like he might need to take her out at some point, and lo and behold, that is exactly what happened. He just wanted to, he just felt like, nope, this chick's just gonna go around and start killing people, so I gotta take her out, which kind of felt at first a little bit weird, but after thinking about it, I felt, yeah, this kind of fits the themes that we've been seeing so far about, like, the fairy tales. They kind of take a bit of a different dimension with the fairy tales and the mythologies. So ultimately, Cinder just killed everybody in her life, and I guess at some point she met Salem. We can kind of get an idea now that Cinder has that really, really dark past, and I think at this point we can have a sympathetic eye towards her. I mean, I can feel a degree of sympathy, and this kind of makes me feel, are they actually putting her on a path of redemption here? Are they kind of putting her in a path where she might overcome all of her past and attempt to right some wrongs, or attempt to redeem herself? I don't. It kind of feels like that, because you could see that there are some parallels between her past life and her current life, and we've been seeing this thematically throughout the show. It seems as well, but only up until now it has been revealed to us that there are these parallels where you have that evil, not stepmother exactly, but the guardian who's like has her on a necklace and is shocking her and making her do things, and at the same time Salem is doing very similar things as well to keep her in line. I feel like this is the direction that she's generally going. I think that at some point we might actually see Cinder go against Salem and maybe even attempt to take her out, but I doubt that's gonna go exactly well. So it does kind of feel like maybe in this volume we're probably gonna see Cinder kick the bucket. One thing that I want to point out here, because this is something that I've been thinking about when it comes to Ozpin a lot. Ozpin has been this guy that everybody right now seems to hate for their own individual reasons, but it seems specifically that Hazel doesn't like him because he sends kids to their death. I don't know. But of course this is probably related also to his sister, if I remember correctly. I don't have I'm not a walking encyclopedia of the show, so I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was his sister, because of his sister, and he has this grudge against them, and it's like pounding the hell out of Oscar, because Ozpin is also in there, but he wants that information as well. But that is a very, very interesting question to ask a person like Hazel, is why are you following Salem? Why are you giving up so easily? And I think this is where the things that RWBY does very well is where they blur the lines between like what is good and what is evil, because at the end of the day, and this is what good storytelling and good characters are about, is that they are not just simple caricatures and representations of goody two shoes and deep and dark evil, that kind of thing. Everybody has a reason for doing what they're doing, and I think thematically that is coming to light even further in this volume, which is pretty excellent. I think very excellently executed. One thing again to point out about Ozpin is that Ozpin is, I kind of went in a roundabout direction about Ozpin over there, but just to come back to my point is that Ozpin is constantly trying to convince everybody around him that Salem can be fought, she can be defeated. And I'm thinking in the back of my head, why do you think that is? Why exactly do you think that is? Is it because you were told that you can't kill her? Because specifically they say you can't kill her? Is it that there is somebody out there who can do it? And has that always been what he had in mind when it came to RWBY? Is it because of Ruby's silver eyes or something or some such that he's seen in her that is what's going to ultimately defeat Salem? Is that what his grand hope is? Because it does seem that he's always just clinging to this one particular hope. Ultimately, we have a lot that is going on right now. There's a lot of things that are unfurling, a lot of things that are coming into the fold. I really do feel that in this volume, there's going to be a big shakeup, and knowing that also that the second half of this volume is going to be even worse than the first half. I mean, all bets are off. Like seriously, all bets are off. I mean, I'm completely thinking there might be like, you know, a complete apocalypse, and we might be even seeing a time jump at some point. I mean, I'm going into a scenario like that, which would probably not be great, but at the same time, I don't know, it could work. Which, you know, post-apocalyptic RWBY doesn't sound that bad to me. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on chapter 6 titled Midnight. What did you think of the chapter? Did you enjoy it? Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you think that the show is going in the direction I'm saying? Sound off in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like and subscribe to the channel because it helps a lot. And I'm going to catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.